If your morning is straight, your day is straight. And when your day is straight, your life is straight. So it's like you're saying, when your morning is good, your life is good. When your morning can be salat on time, istighfar, it begins with a beautiful supplication to Allah between you and nobody else there, just you and Allah there, and you get to have a conversation with Allah that morning. That entire day you will enjoy the blessings of that experience. Everything about that day will be blessed. You will wake up late, you will pray salah half asleep, you will do all of that stuff, and it will have an impact on the rest of your day. And when you do that istighfar to Allah in the beginning of that day has barakah, which makes you a more sabir, more sadiq, more qanit. All of these qualities, you get more and more of them because you started with that. On the one hand, you have those who want to shun the world. And on the other hand, you have those who want to embrace the world and say, making more money and, enjoying more dunya, etc., etc. It's part of life and we have to do it, etc., etc., without consideration for the spiritual harm of indulging. The harms of, going into indulgence. Because it can really slowly start eating away at your heart. From personal experience, and I'm sure you've experienced this too, the more dunya we immerse ourselves in, even though Allah has made much of it halal on us, the more we immerse ourselves in it, the harder it becomes for us to be spiritually connected to Allah. It starts getting harder and harder. It gets harder to cry in salat. It gets harder to concentrate in a dua. It just gets harder. The more movies you're going to watch, the less Qur'an you're going to like to listen to. It's not a fatwa, it's just going to happen. That's just how it is. That's just how life is. So this balance is something one has to learn. وَالْقَانِتِينَ. And so those who are subservient. And of course, if this world has been beautified, but Allah has beautified the next world far more. He has beautified that next world far, far more. Then infaq is actually a key to strengthening one's faith in the afterlife. Why? Spending in the path of Allah, as I've described before, is depositing in your next life. There are some accounts and some investments like IRAs and things like that. You don't get to retrieve those funds until you're 59 and a half years old. Right? You're in your retirement age. Now you can retrieve those funds. Okay? Us spending in the path of Allah is essentially a retirement plan. That's essentially what that is. And the more money you put in it, the more you're looking forward to withdrawal day. If you haven't put much in it, then you're enjoying life now. But if you start putting money away, it's not money you have access to right now. It's not. But the only thing that consoles a person is, what? It's better for me in the long run. And you'll find people even in the worldly sense, there are people who just want the monetary benefits right now. They're not able to invest in long-term investments. They don't have that kind of patience. When the business opportunity comes in, it says, you're going to get the return on your investment in about 10 years. It's 10 years? No thanks. I'd rather hold on to my money right now. Even if it's not going to grow or multiply over time, I don't have that kind of long-term thing. I'm too impatient for that. Where did this ayah begin? As-sabirin. People who are going to engage in a long-term investment have to have what to begin with? Have to have patience. They have to have patience. And if they have that patience, then when they get to that subservience and the call is made, they're able to spend without a problem. They're able to let go of one of the things that gives them, what gives us comfort in life is money. Without money, you can be in discomfort. And money is a source of comfort. And then the next comfort that even the poorest one enjoys is sleep. That's one form of comfort everybody can have. Even the one in torment in life, when they're asleep, they're asleep. All the problems are gone, at least during those hours of sleep, right? So that next piece of life that one really enjoys has been taken away because someone who really wants the akhirah is al-mustaghfirina bil-ashar. And those who make istighfar at what time? Early mornings. They sacrifice their sleep. They take away that other comfort, that comfort that everybody has. So there's this special comfort from money. They start letting go of that for an eventual comfort. And then there's the daily comfort, and that is that of sleep. People can hate anything else. They'll love sleep. Sleep is something, I know kids hate it, right? But then and most kids, they hate waking up. They're really cranky if they hate sleeping. Once they fall into it, they love it. وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. And rush to forgiveness that comes from your master. وَجَنَّةٍ عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضِ. And a jannah, a garden, whose expanse is the skies and the earth.
أُعِدَّتْ, it has been thoroughly prepared, completely prepared for people that have taqwa. Allahumma ja'alna minhum. For the people of taqwa who are cautious. This time the people of caution are given characteristics, qualities. Who are these people of taqwa? What does that mean practically? الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ. The opposite of riba. Riba is you hold on to your money so it can multiply and you can collect more. The opposite is you keep giving it up. Those who spend, the muttaqeen who spend in as-sarra'i wad-darra, in easy times and in hard times. Darra, when times are hard and tough. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. So first of all, you have an attitude of spending all the time. You never spare an opportunity for that. The second is al-kazimin al-ghayz. Kazama can mean to swallow. One of its meanings is to swallow. But there's another meaning also. They say, for example,